Good evening, everyone. As usual, on Tuesdays we are meeting even today. But today we have a special workshop on meditation. Instead of as our usual meditation, we used to do our meditation on at 6 this time and at Open Carnegie Library. So today, with Bhante Pema, today we are going to conduct a special workshop on meditation under several themes, several topics. So first of all, I welcome you all again, and also to this special workshop, I welcome with great respect Bhante Pema to this workshop for you. So today, in this workshop, we especially pay our attention to talk about and few few points, few topics, especially it's okay whether you are having some experiences of meditation, because you are not new to meditation, so you have some experiences of meditation. It's okay. Whether you are a beginner or expert in meditation, it's okay. From very simple level, the basic level, we are going to discuss, and you can learn some few techniques and few more detail about meditation. Especially, we are going to talk about the goals of meditation. For what purpose we should practice a kind of meditation, and also how to prepare for meditation. To do a particular meditation, how we prepare our body, and especially how we prepare our background, and so on, we are going to discuss. And especially as a third topic, we are going to talk about how to keep the body in meditation, the posture, how we adjust our body and how we maintain the posture, and what are the other postures we can use, not only sitting posture, any kind of, if we can practice any kind of other different postures in our meditation. And also, as usual, if you are familiar to do breathing meditation, it's a well-known meditation technique we are practicing, and also the loving kindness meditation. So various types of meditation, where other meditation types, whether we can practice or learn about other meditation types, and also techniques for overcoming challenges in meditation. That is something special for anybody, beginner or expert in meditation. The challenges, how to overcome in our meditation. So these are the topics, Bhante, we are going to talk today, and also you can learn more things. And also, I would like to invite you in our discussion. Even in our discussion, you can join if you have any question, any comments. You can, if our friends joining with Zoom, you can unmute your mics and you can just ask anytime any question. Because Bhante Tema also here. So I would like to go our first question, Bhante.
Yes.
So very briefly, what are the goals of our meditation? For what purpose we should meditate? Bhante?
Yeah. Thank you, Bhante. That's a good question. What is the goals of our meditation?
Yeah.
I think there are many. We can have many goals in our meditation, but there are different types of meditation that will cater to different goals. But I think the kind of meditation we are doing here, our goal is quite practical.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal of our meditation is to train our mind, to overcome our unhealthy habitual patterns. And then as a result, if we will able to manage our emotions. And then that will, of course, definitely help us to maintain our relationships with others in a healthy manner. So because there are different types of meditation. Some meditations aim at activating, maybe subtle, energies in the body. There can be other forms of meditation that will aim at, developing certain, psychic abilities. But I think the kind of meditation that we are trained, both of us are trained, what you call Vipassana meditation. And in that tradition, our goal is very practical. Our goal is to understand how our mind works, really pay attention to like our own thought patterns, urges coming from our mind, and really understand them. And once you understand that patterns, then you can develop ability to either to feed those patterns or to weaken them. And then that will help us to manage our emotions. So it's mainly help us to live a very meaningful, happy life.
Yeah.
very practical. So here we don't really learn ways to activate any mysterious kinds of energies.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, that is
There
what.
are certain meditation that people can do that, but
Yeah.
our meditation is mainly for our practical living.
Yeah, that is what actually most of us we need in our day-to-day life to find peace and happiness
Happiness.
within ourselves.
Self, yeah. And when you develop such a clarity of our own mind and then rechanneling our mind, and we can actually maintain our mind in a very positive way all the time. And as a result, we can actually have deep clarity that we can penetrate to the actual true reality of the life. And then
Yeah.
definitely we will be able to let go and be free. That will be the like spiritual goal. But we can start with ordinary issues.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Bante. So to achieve this goal, these achievements, so we are doing actually the meditation in various places in different backgrounds, right, Bante?
Yes.
So most of the people have this common question: how to prepare our and how to make our background for a good meditation.
Yeah. Yes, Bante, it's a very good point. The preparation for meditation is very crucial, very important. Because sometimes we will have a smooth meditation, sometimes we may not have smooth meditation. But whether meditation is smooth and calm, or whether it was like really difficult, both forms of meditations are helpful. And it's really helping us, whether it was a smooth meditation or meditation with a lot of distractions. But I think one way we can reduce distractions for meditation is to prepare ourselves well. Without proper preparation, it's very hard to have a really effective meditation. So I would say there are different types of preparation. One is the preparing our environment. Definitely, it's best to have a conducive environment for us to meditate, and make sure that you will either go to a quiet place. You can maybe close the doors if you're in a room, and maybe switch off any electrical instruments that can have kind of humming sound. And if you go to nature, that's also beneficial. So we have to prepare a calmer, quiet place for us to meditate. Of course, eventually we will be able to develop our ability to meditate even in a train station. But in the beginning, we have to prepare a calmer, quiet place. And even like visually, if it is simple, that can help our meditation. Like if you are sitting in a room, the door is closed, but it's cluttered all over. The things are like all over the place. That influences the mind.
Yeah.
So therefore, having a very calm, very simple corner is very important in terms of the place.
Yeah. So sometimes actually in a place where noises and sounds and disturbance are always around us. So if possible, anyone can do a meditation in that kind of
Definitely,
place.
yeah. Still, even though sometimes it may not be practical for us to find such a calm and quiet place. So then, of course, we will learn the techniques, how to deal with the sounds and the noises. There are techniques to deal with them.
Yeah.
But if we can prepare a calmer place, that is best.
Yeah.
And also the preparation also involves the body. That's bodily preparation is also important.
Actually, we are going to talk about how we keep our body and postures as the next topic.
Yeah.
So actually, I heard a story that how we overcome disturbances while meditation. So in a meditation center, there was a person, he made paying for him. His job was just to disturb the
meditators, making sounds.
So it means something like we have disturbances, we have challenges to
definitely we can learn the techniques how to overcome those things.
Okay.
But in preparing in terms of the body, I think the food is also important.
Yeah.
Like not the types of the food, but actually when you want to eat. Because if you sit for meditation when you are super hungry, it's quite difficult for us to pay attention. Our stomach will start to make sounds. And then also just after a meal, also not the best time to meditate. So we had to allocate our time for meditation not close to meal or not just after the meal.
Yeah. Then just after the meal, if you want to rest, how about Bante, if we do some few minutes walking meditation?
Yeah, after the meal, the best form of meditation would be walking meditation. Yeah. So I think, but when people do meditation in the evenings, that's their like a dinner time.
Yeah.
So they have to arrange their dinner time properly. So let's say if they have like a habit of having dinner like 6:30, it's not a good idea to meditate like about 6:15, because then they will have hunger. Or maybe just after you eat, it's not the best time to go to meditation. Maybe you can do a little bit earlier, or maybe a little bit later. So then the body is like ready for that meditation. And also, I think even think about the clothes also important. Sometimes, of course, during this time, it is quite warm. So appropriate clothing is also important. More like not a tight clothes, but more like light clothes, and also the clothes that doesn't make any sounds. Yeah. Yes, that's the preparation.
Yeah. So,
if they have any questions.
Yeah. If you have any question, just you can ask unmuting your microphone even anytime. So we can go to the next next question, Bante. So it's also very important for meditation practitioners. So how to keep the body in our meditation?
Oh, posture.
Yes.
So like preparation, the keeping the body is very important. Of course, meditation. In meditation, we directly deal with our mind. We learn ways to watch our mind and recognize the patterns of the mind, and then slowly rechannel it and train it. But although we are looking at the mind, our body and mind is not two separate things. Actually, the body and mind is an integrated system. So keeping a particular posture influences the nature of the mind. So, for example, if I keep my hand in a particular way, and that influences my emotion. So having a really good posture is really important for meditation, and mainly we also need to relax our body. But meditation can be done in all four postures. There are different types of meditation we can do, even like standing. Standing is one good posture we can do meditation. And also we mentioned about walking meditation. And also sitting meditation is the most typical form of meditation.
Yeah.
But we can also do a meditation like lying down. But we have to be very careful not to fall asleep when you do that.
Then it will become sleeping meditation.
Yes, become sleeping meditation instead of lying down meditation. But in all four postures we can meditate. But I think if you really want to go to a deeper level of stillness, and if you want to experience deeper level of clarity and stillness, sitting meditation is the best. Yeah, walking meditation, standing meditation, lying down meditation are really good, helpful, but they will not allow us to go to a deeper level of calmness and a deeper level of tranquility. So only in the sitting posture we can go to that. So then, how to sit is a very
very important topic for all of us.
Yeah.
Because actually now you can see both of us are sitting. It is called cross-legged posture. There are also various types of cross-legged postures
too. Yeah. I think because it's not necessary to sit on the floor to meditate. What is key is actually how we keep the upper body. That is the important part in meditation. How we keep the upper body, particularly how we keep the spine. That's the key. So whether you're sitting on the floor with cross-legged or whether you are sitting on a chair, that how you keep your legs is not important. But it's really important is how you keep your upper body. Yeah. So maybe we can demonstrate them how to sit on a chair.
Most of our spiritual friends are sitting on chairs, so it's better we can show how to sit.
Maybe can we bring a chair and... This way, yeah, maybe. So once we can sit. So yeah, usually when we sit, you can't see me. So usually when we sit on a chair, we like to sit, leaning all the way back. This is how we normally sit on a chair. But for a meditation, we need to achieve a very delicate balance between a relaxed body, but at the same time alert awareness. So we need to maintain awareness at the same time relax. If you are too relaxed, you will fall asleep. And if you are too alert, then you can eventually develop more like agitations. So therefore, we need to find that nice balance that it is relaxed but at the same time alert. So therefore, posture is important. If you sit like this, it's good, but you are too relaxed. You are too relaxed. Particularly if you have a support to your upper back. If you have a support to upper back, then there's a possibility that you feel sleepy at the end. Therefore, when you sit on a chair to meditate, it's important that you sit to the front edge of the chair. And can you?
This way?
Yeah, this way. Okay, yeah, this way. So not really going all the way back to the back support. And then try to maintain upper body straight like this. And so we want to touch our sit bones, and we have to find our sit bones and really place our sit bones on the chair. And then because we want to later relax our whole body, but at the same time keep alertness. Therefore, we need to find a way to keep our spine in a proper posture. Then the weight of our upper body will smoothly flow through our spine, bones like through the bones to the sit bones. So therefore, we need to there's an inward curve in our lower back. So it's, I think Bhante is creating that inward curve. There's an inward curve in your lower back. So we create that inward curve. So that's very important to keep the balance. And then once you create the inward curve, and then sometimes automatically we tighten our upper body, we tighten our shoulders. So keeping the inward curve of the lower back, we want to drop our shoulders. We open our chest, and then we relax and drop our shoulders to the sides without changing the curve here, keeping the shape right here. We want to open our chest and drop the shoulders. And so the spine has this inward curve in the lower back, but upper shoulders are relaxed and they are dropping to the sides. No tightness, no stiffness, simply dropping them all the way down. And also keeping the chin, so we can do like this, and then, so when you do like this, when you keep your head like this, the weight of the skull will gradually bring you all the way down and feel sleepy. So there's also balance, nice balance we need to achieve, keeping the chin somewhat parallel to the earth, and finding that balance. So it will take some time for us to find that nice place to keep our body in that way, and also keep our chin somewhat parallel to the earth and having that nice head space. But for some people, it will be difficult for them to keep the inward curve without any support. So in that case, it's okay to have some support to the lower back. Not to the upper back, but to the lower back. Like using something like this. Some support like this to the lower back. Having a support to lower back is not harmful. It's good. It can help people. But at the same time, because there's no support to the upper back, so you will not feel sleepy. So having a support to the lower back is okay. So try to find good appropriate chair for your meditation, and try to sit to the little bit to the front, and remember to create that nice balance of the body. And particularly, what we really want to do is that we want to find a place that we feel less weight of the body. This is about actually physics, because we have a lot of weight in our shoulders, in our skull, and all over the place. So if you're based on the posture, based on the way we keep our spine, we feel different weights of our upper body. If I'm sitting like this, I feel the weight of my all everywhere. But if I find that nice place that my spine has the inward curve, and then of course opposite curve, and then of course thoracic curve to the front. So if I maintain that nice three curves of the spine, I can let the weight of the body gently flow through the spine to the sit bone, and my muscles do not have to carry the weight. So, there's a spot in your body, actually, you can experiment when you're sitting like there's a spot in this posture very gentle spot, you can find that you feel no less weight. Sometimes you will feel no weight at all in the body because you find that nice line of gravity with this, keeping the spine. You can experiment with that. When you were able to experience that, you'll be very happy to find that nice spot. But we can at least reduce the weight of the body by finding the proper posture. So this is how you sit on a chair.
Okay. And also, Bante, how we keep our
keeping the hands. So actually, the main point is to relax the arms. Not really having the burden of the hands and weight. So either you can keep your hands on the knee like this and completely resting the hand, and then you don't have to worry about the hand. You can completely let it sink into your thighs, or you can put your how you keep your left hand or the right hand, and keeping the two thumbs together as a mark of our mindfulness. This is also a very good way to stay alert throughout the meditation. So keeping like this, and so whenever our mind is wandering, you will have an indication that these two thumbs will be separated.
Yeah.
So that should be like an indication that physically you can find indication that your mind is moving. So having that two thumbs together can be a mark of our awareness, and that's one way. Either you can keep your hand like this, or you can put your palms like this. Okay. So anybody has any questions so far? Are we okay? Anyone has anything to ask about that? Any more clarification about the sitting on the chair?
No, Bante.
Yes? Who is this?
No, Bante. No.
No, okay, yeah. Okay, then if you like to sit on a cushion, there's also a way to sit. So we will show that now. So Bante can...
this way.
Yeah, this way, yeah. So when you're sitting on a cushion, it's also important to sit at the front edge of the cushion, because when you are sitting on the cushion, our goal is to keep our knees all the way down if possible. In the beginning, you will not be able to do that. So if you're sitting on the cushion, we try to sit on the front edge of the cushion, so then we can, keep our both knees touching the ground. But sometimes it may not be possible in the beginning, but eventually when you're enough stretch in your body, you can do that. Doing some stretch before meditation is also helpful. Like doing some yoga, doing some stretch of the body, it's really helpful before the meditation. So, and then there are a number of ways you can keep your legs. And usually, sometimes people like to keep their legs one over the other. So when you keep your legs one over the other, and then of course when the legs were crossing each other, there's a point that you will put some stress to one leg, and then we can have pains on that area. So it's important that we don't really cross and then put our leg one over the other,
Touching each other.
One way we can do that, Bante, we can stretch one leg all the way. Yes. So we can have one leg, and then coming that leg all the way here. So we try to tuck this leg all the way here, if possible. And the more we open our hips, the more easier for us to, have that, knee going all the way down to the ground. So more we open, the more. So if you open a little bit, it's difficult. So try to open as much as you can. As you can see, Bante has opened it really wide. So you keep one leg over here, and then you can hold your knee like this, and you can bring the other leg gradually over here and placing. So now you can see two legs are not like this, but they are actually sitting one next to each other. They're not crossing, so they are next to each other. So then there's no point of pressure, and we can stay long in that way. So this is one way. Of course, there are also other ways, like this is called quarter lotus. Quarter lotus, there's also half lotus, there's also full lotus, but I think today we will not go into that.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's about
Sitting
posture.
posture,
Yes. There's also standing meditation. So in the standing meditation, you want to like, if you want to like, go out, in the park or somewhere, if you really find a nice view, and then you can actually go and stand right there. What you really want to do, when we stand, we tend to put weight to one foot more than the other. So when you do the standing meditation, we want to balance the weight of the body and try to like feel the weight in the both foot. So that's what we need to remember.
Yeah.
And we're balancing the weight, adjusting a little bit, and feel the balance, feel the weight in both feet, and then relaxing our hands and simply letting them, stay near the sides and keeping the chin parallel to the earth. And then we can have open eyes, and then we can also pay attention to the breath. We can pay attention to the breeze that we are feeling, and wherever you want to pay attention to, you can do that too. And walking meditation is thing that we will teach them later.
Yeah.
So we need more facilities to show the.
Yeah, actually, some of our friends, our library, who are participating in meditation, they asked to do one day. We can do walking meditation.
Yeah, maybe we will do another workshop.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to go out for that.
Yes.
There's also another way we can sit actually, like cross legs. We can also sit like keeping the cushion in the middle, and then you can actually keep the cushion in between your hands like this, in between your legs.
You can come here.
Yes, let me see it. So you can have your cushion in between your legs, right in the middle, and then sit like this. So if you are seeing me from the sides, it will be like this. Your cushion will be right in the middle between your legs, and then you sit, keeping your legs to the sides. So when you sit like this, one benefit of sitting like this, that you have a natural shape of the spine, which is the inward curve here, and then other two curves. So when you have natural shape of the spine, it's really helpful for us to feel less weight of the body. We can also use a bench.
Yeah.
So we can find, if you have a cushion, we can actually try to sit like this also. But of course, then people have problem with the ankles. They can have some pains from here. So one thing you can do, if you really like this posture, you can put you can roll some towels and put them near your ankle.
And some people are using this kind of benches, aren't they? Right?
Yeah, this is a good meditation bench. So you can use that to sit in the way that I sit. So this is how you sit. You put your legs like this. So the bench sit. Your legs are underneath the bench. Your legs are underneath the bench, and you sit here. You see the bench has a slight, it is slanted a little bit here, and then this really gives you really nice posture.
Yeah.
You can really keep your upper body straight really nicely, and relax your palms and keep the chin parallel. And I don't feel weight of the body when I do this. So that's also one possible way. Okay, that's about body.
So
Where can you purchase a bench?
I wish if we have more benches to give them away, but we don't have them. But actually, you can, of course, you can try online. But it's also important. The height is based on your body type. So this height is very important given the body type. So I don't know if you can come here. We can let you experiment with few benches and see what height will work for you.
yeah, there are different.
So if
Yeah.
this is a bench we can actually easy to transport because it can come down. Yeah.
So there's some places that sell them.
Yeah, if you got online, Amazon or whatever, you find so many options. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, that will be a good Christmas gift. If someone asks you So a meditation bench.
Now, is it better to sit in a chair or to sit on the floor? Which is the preferred?
I think I told you earlier, what is really important is not how you keep your legs, it's how you keep your upper body. So if sitting on the bench will help you to keep that, upper body, mainly actually keeping the natural shape of the spine. Now, spine has a natural shape. Of course, over the years, we have kind of changed it a little bit because, of our, our postures, depending on what kind of, work you did in your life. But the natural shape of the spine is like inward curve in the lower back, an opposite curve in the middle, and again curve near our neck. So keeping this natural shape of the spine finding and then find that line of gravity. So because we need to like keep our body relaxed, but at the same time alert. So if sitting on a bench help you do that, you can do that. If sitting on a cushion help you to keep that body posture, you can do that. If sitting on a chair is helping you, you can do that. So you can like experiment. And really, what is really important is how you keep your upper body.
Yeah, if in any kind of posture, if we feel some pain or some uncomfortable feeling, it disturbs some meditation, right?
Yeah.
So it's better to find a more
Comfortable
posture for
posture,
meditation, whether it is on a bench or on a chair, on a cushion.
Yeah. But sometimes when people say comfortable, they think about cozy.
Yeah.
Not too comfortable.
Yeah. It leads to sleep.
It leads to sleep.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
And also, but I think, especially in breathing meditation, Bhante, right? We have to maintain our body up. Right?
Yes, we need to open our lungs, and we need to keep our passageway of the air open and unblocked. Yes.
Yeah, actually, we can go to the next topic as we discussed that. Usually, we are doing breathing meditation. It's very familiar for us, and also loving kindness meditation. So, what are the other meditation types we can practice?
Yeah, we will just, it's better to like understand there are many ways to meditate, not only one, there are many ways to meditate. So, of course, the most common types of meditations are loving kindness meditations and meditation on breathing, mindfulness on breathing. But of course, as you mentioned earlier, walking meditation is also a very important meditation. We will do a workshop later in another time, but it's like using our simple walk, but like doing it really mindfully in a slower pace, so we can keep the walking. Sometimes we can walk back and forth, or we can walk in a circle, or we can simply use our normal walking also as a form of walking meditation. So in walking meditation, what we are developing is mindfulness. So we are developing our ability to be in the moment, be in that very activity of the walking. We are paying attention to the feet. We are paying attention to the movement of the legs and shifting of the weight of the body. So that's walking meditation. And then there are also meditation that we use certain objects. So usually meditation, we want to find an object to pay our attention to. So there are so we use either a positive object or a neutral object to pay our attention to. So in terms of when we come to loving kindness meditation, we choose a positive emotion to pay our attention to. So we keep paying attention to that positive emotion again, and that's one. But we can also pay attention to a neutral object. So breath is a neutral object. But other than breath, there are also other forms of meditation, like we pay attention to like a flame. We pay attention to flame, or sometimes we can also pay attention to a color patch. And also we can pay attention. We can focus on like crystal ball. So those are like more open eye meditation. So you can choose a color patch. We keep focusing on that, and once you have enough focus, and you can close your eyes and recreate that image in your mind, and you can pay attention to that and use that as a point of focus, a crystal ball or whatever other things. But the reason that we do breathing meditation is that it's really immediately available for us. And then also there are deeper stages of deep breathing meditation that we can go into.
So if then the visual objects, so can we find any kind of sounds or any things just to focus as technique to meditation?
Yes, we can use what we call chanting or
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
mantra, like
Yeah.
different phrases. So of course, in our personal meditation, we always do our meditation after we do our chanting. So we can find a nice positive praise. It could be, of course, there are famous phrases in Sanskrit, in
Yeah.
other languages, but you can have an English
Yeah.
praise also. So praise has to have a particular rhythm.
Yeah.
So you repeat the rhythm again and again. You can either say it loud, or you can mentally repeat it. Yeah. Like for example, we have that famous chant, famous mantra called Om Mani Padme. So we can repeat it again and again, again and again. Om Mani Padme Hu. Om Mani Padme Hu. Om Mani Padme Hu. So you can keep saying that, repeat again and again, 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 again. You will achieve a very calm state of the mind. So like mantra, or you can either say it or you can mentally say it, or you can use an English one, like peace be with me. You can say like peace be with me, peace be with me, peace be with me, peace be with me.
Yeah.
So you can simply say, peace be with me, peace be with me, peace be with me, peace be with me. So you can repeat that either loud or in your mind. So that's also a form of meditation.
Yeah. Yeah, some of our friends are using "May all beings have happy mind" it's like singing.
Yeah,
Very
in a rhythm.
slow
I think
rhythm,
in chanting or a mantra meditation, what's important is the rhythm.
Mhm.
Of course, if it's meaningful one is better.
Yeah.
But even though you don't know the meaning, if you follow the rhythm, it's like synchronizing. When you have a particular rhythm, it has certain wavelength. So you're synchronizing your mind, your brain with that wavelength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, most of our friends they ask my chanting to do, and they love my chanting.
Chanting, so they can help them.
Yes.
Okay.
So we can go to the actually this is the last
Last
and,
topic. Right?
yeah, and last and I think it's the foremost important one, very important one. So techniques, what are the techniques we can use to overcome the challenges while we are doing any kind of meditation?
Yeah, challenging. Yeah, I think before we learn the techniques, we should recognize what are the challenges in meditation.
Yeah, and also one thing I think first, so we discussed the preparation of body. So preparation of mind is also a challenge in the very beginning of the meditation, because just after the sitting, so one cannot start meditation very quickly.
Yeah.
So
I think chanting, the chanting is helpful to gradually, help our mind to settle.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And then, of course, and there will be a lot of challenges too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can ask them, what are the challenges that they experience?
And also, I think we can have few minutes to do a particular meditation, and then we can now we can experience the challenges.
Okay.
And we can discuss.
Okay, so why not, we discuss challenges of the meditation, but let's take a few minutes and let's try to meditate and then see what kind of challenges that you encounter right now, and then you please share with us, and then we can learn the techniques to overcome them. So it could be, there could be many challenges. We never know. Let's try. Maybe we meditate for 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, I think 3 minutes is enough to experience challenges in meditation, right? Let's try. And so, we are not going to guide you, because this meditation is specifically for you to encounter challenges. So our goal is to recognize what are the challenges that I'm having within these 3 minutes, and then let us discuss the techniques to overcome them. Okay, are you ready for that?
So we allow them you to do any kind of meditation that you.
So we will simply ask them like maybe pay attention to breath
breath,
and then
okay,
see
yeah.
how they can do that. Okay. Okay, maybe now you know a little bit about how to keep your body. So try to arrange your body a little bit. It's going to be 3 minutes meditation, and okay, look for challenges, look for distractions. Look. I mean, just we are going to pay attention to our breath, but then we are also remembering whatever challenges that we encounter within these 3 minutes. Okay, you ready? I'm going to ring this bell. Okay, bring your whole attention to your body. Just feel it as it's sitting here right now. Wherever you feel your body, wherever it touches. And then let us try to bring our attention to our breath. You'll be able to feel your breath around your nostrils, the movement of the air. You'll be able to feel your breath in other parts of the body when its body is very gently moving, expanding, contracting, moving. For next few minutes, let us try to pay attention to our breath. Let us try to be with the breath. And meanwhile, remember the challenges, difficulties we experienced during these few minutes. Let us stay with our breath for 2 more minutes until the bell rings. Okay. I hope that within these 3 minutes, you may have encountered some challenges and difficulties. So it's better that we hear from you what was your challenge, and then so we can talk techniques to overcome them. So is there any volunteer who would like to share with us what was the challenges you encountered? Yes, Joan?
Well, I didn't experience it today, but I do a lot at the library. As soon as we settle down, I have an itch somewhere, and the more I try to ignore it, I have to, I can't just focus. I have an itch somewhere.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Joan. So today you didn't experience that, right? No.
I didn't experience it right now, but I frequently do.
Okay. So each is one sensation we experience, right? Each. There could be other sensations too, Yeah. I think. I mean, this is very important, particularly these days, Bhante, because right now we are in the COVID, pandemic period.
Yeah.
So it's really important that we don't touch our face
Yeah.
when we are out,
Yeah.
right? So we have a habit of like, touching our face, scratching our nose, so it's really important to learn these techniques, not to touch our face, unwittingly. So I think learning this technique in meditation can also help us to like stay without touching our face.
Practicing mindfulness with fingers.
Of course, the itch is an uncomfortable sensation. We are trained to like very quickly react and do something about it. So maybe in normal life we may have to do it. But I think what we have to do in meditation, we need to like develop this awareness to all sensations arising in our mind. So if you have an itch, for example, don't treat that as a distraction. And you can make that sensation the object of your meditation. Okay, you may be observing your breath, and then you have a really, really severe itch, happening in your head, or maybe in your hand, maybe in your arm, and then of course you temporarily come out of the breath, and you pay attention to that itch, wherever it's coming from. Usually, when we have an itch, without even really recognizing what the sensation is, we already develop attitude of rejecting it. We don't want it. We want to get rid of it. It's more like avoiding it, or like don't want it. But in meditation, we train our mind not really react first, not really have any attitude of rejection, but willingness to explore it. So when in the beginning, it will be really difficult. You have urges inbuilt in your body to like go and scratch it. But maybe we have to use a little bit of effort. And okay, let me focus right there. And maybe you can clench your teeth a little bit, and then go to that area and fully explore what exactly that sensation is. We don't know actually what the itch feels like, because of course we have felt a lot of itches, but we very quickly scratch it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't experience the full sensation of the itch.
Mm-hmm.
How we feel like willing to explore that whole sensation, and so it's not going to kill you, right? It's okay. It's not going to give you any trouble.
Yeah.
So okay, so instead of the breath, you go to that area. You recognize that area in the beginning. You kind of carve out, okay, it is this whole area, maybe in your hand, maybe in your head, so that whole area. And you want to explore that whole area very closely. And eventually be able to like narrow down that whole area to like a small, spot where that itch is really coming from. And you explore that that itch sensation, exactly how it's coming. Is it continuous? It is on and off? Exactly what is the nature? What is the, the quality? You explore all these things. What you will experience when you start to observe it very closely? You don't feel the pain, you don't feel the discomfort. You will have the sensation, but there's a very different relationship we build right there when you start to observe it. So what's going to happen after a while, you will that any itch is not permanent. It's arising, and it's quite demanding of attention. Try to like it will develop into kind of peak, so difficult, but then slowly it will gradually go down. And if we can observe that whole process, like in developing the itch, developing, coming to the peak, and then slowly losing its power and going down. If you explore that whole process, you have done a great meditation. We call it meditation on sensations. And it developed an ability for you to relate to your sensation objectively, and not either reacting or rejecting or even like attaching to it, but very objective. That ability is going to help us so much in other sensation we experience in our life. Because
So instead of trying to ignore it, focus on it.
yes, focus on it and willing to explore it and fully explore that whole sensation without giving our don't add any more thing to that. Don't create any resentment, whatever. This is sensation. This is what it means to be alive.
It's like when a distracting thought comes in, same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Focus on that instead of.
With regard to thoughts, it's quite tricky. Yeah. Okay. For sensations, because sensation is very innocent. It will be, but thoughts are not innocent. It can carry you to all kind of places. Yeah. Let's see whether our friends have any such challenge you can talk about.
Yeah.
Okay. So any more challenge? Anyone would like to share what is their challenge?
Bhante,
Yes.
I have a challenge.
Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
It's not just today. I have experienced it before as well.
Mhm.
As you mentioned, thoughts.
Mhm.
Like I get my mind starts wandering.
Mhm.
The moment I think of meditating,
Mhm.
then I close my eyes.
Mhm.
So however much I try
Mhm.
not to think,
Mhm.
I don't know. It's like I keep.
Mhm. Sorry, we don't hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like wandering mind. Like when the moment you start to meditate, your mind wants to think about all kinds of things.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I think So what's your name, please?
Manisha.
Manisha. Yeah. Manisha, actually, this is very common. All our friends, have. This is the most common challenge when we want to meditate. I think, Manisha, what's really happening? Actually, our mind is always like that. What's happening in meditation? You are recognizing, you are seeing. This is how your mind works. This is how our mind. Because other times you don't pay attention to, like, you don't have that objective attention to your mind. Our mind is always like that. But in meditation, you are simply noticing it. That's what is happening there. So actually, in meditation, we don't really try to stop thoughts. That's not practical. We are not trying to stop thoughts. What we are trying to do, we suggest our mind, there's a place for you to rest. We tell our mind, okay, breath. We give this is where you can sit. We give it a place, or we can give our loving kindness emotion, loving kindness wish. Loving kindness wish is the place you can come back. You can rest. So we suggest our mind a place to rest, and of course now we have given our mind a place to rest. Then of course our mind has our previous habits. Therefore, it will not simply stay there, and we will have all kind of thoughts. So what's going to happen, what we can do, we don't try to stop. I think you said words that you try to stop the thoughts. I think the very effort to stop the thoughts can create so many other thoughts.
Yes.
So we don't try to stop the thoughts. It is not possible. We don't try to stop thoughts. Instead of stopping thoughts, what we are trying to do is almost like stepping back and noticing the thoughts. So we don't try to stop the thoughts. We suggest our mind, this is where you can stay with breath or any other object, and we encourage our mind to be there. And then of course we have all kind of other thoughts. So what we do, we step back and notice and tell ourselves, oh, interesting. I remember this. And you don't blame yourself for having that thought. You don't try to stop it. What we try to stop is the adding more contents to the initial thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a slight difference here we need to recognize. One is initial occurrences of thoughts. Like they're happening automatically. When you say it, suddenly remember, I have to buy milk tomorrow. Okay. Or, you remember that, yesterday, I met that person. So those like occurrences, they are automatic. They are normal.
Okay.
And we don't try to stop them. That is normal. That's about being human. That's our brain. That's normal. But what we try to stop is the secondary thoughts we develop. Okay, suddenly it's, I met my friend yesterday. Okay, that's automatic. And then it is one thing, but then we start like, oh yes, what happened? What I'm going to tell him if I meet him next time. That's the part that we add. So we have to distinguish the automatic thoughts and also the purpose, like the thoughts that we add to that. So that's the part we need to stop. So not the initial thought. So how the best way to do that, the technique, this is the technique, the best way to do that, we are paying attention to the breath, we are watching the breath, and you suddenly remember, I met my friend yesterday. So you notice it. So before your mind generates secondary thoughts, in your mind, you can say, oh, thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. You say it in your mind, thoughts, 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 thoughts. So then your mind has a task, which is to acknowledge the thoughts. And you do it like in your mind, saying like verbally, noticing it, noting it, naming it, saying thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. Do not pay too much attention to the content of the thoughts, but recognize it as simply a thought. And saying it, oh, thoughts, 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 thoughts. Okay, then it's power, that the power of thought is gone, you can come back to your breath. In the next moment, you remember something again. Again, you don't blame yourself, you don't have any kind of thing, and you just simply step back and say thoughts, thoughts, thoughts. The more acknowledgement you do about the thoughts, and the more you do it, and then eventually we will see the less frequency of thoughts coming to us. So we don't try to stop the thoughts. What we try to stop is the secondary thoughts we develop on the top of the initial thoughts. The way to do it, acknowledge the thoughts, notice the thoughts, and even tell in your mind like thoughts, or memories. And not real, by the way. They're not real. They're not really happening now. It's not real. And then breath is real. Come back to the breath. So keep coming back to the breath. Keep coming back. So in the beginning, if you meditate for 5 minutes, you may have close to 100 thoughts. That's very common. But each time you notice it, you acknowledge it, say thoughts, come back. And the more you do it, you will see the reduction of the number of thoughts that is coming to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Bhante.
Welcome. Yeah.
Actually, we have a few more minutes if any volunteer have any questions.
Maybe we can give one more chance for our friend. Yes.
Bhante, I had a question.
Hi,
for you
Nick.
about-
Hi, Nick. Yes, Nick.
So whenever I meditate, sometimes I'll notice my shoulders start slouching forward, and like I have I have trouble maintaining a proper posture. Is there any like tips to maintain a solid posture throughout your meditation?
I think Nick, maybe you tried. I mean, maybe the chair that you use.
Yeah, I usually do it on the floor, like I'm on a cook. So
Okay. So in the beginning, do you kind of the create that
the curvature like you were talking about
Yes.
earlier.
Yeah.
So just try and keep the curvature on the base of your spine. And
Yeah. So your trouble is you always.
yeah, I just kind of like
Yeah.
keep
Maybe your shoulders are like weighty. So
Yeah.
so maybe in that case, maybe you can like put some weight of the shoulders the back,
Yeah.
and then keep your shoulders a little bit back, maybe it will give you some balance.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Nick.
I'll try that out.
Okay, dear friends. We had a good discussion today.
Yeah. It's very useful for. I think it's
Yeah.
useful for you.
Yeah. Before we end, you will also have the problems with the sounds, like sounds from children, sound from vehicles coming from. Same with the thoughts. So it's okay. We cannot stop the sounds coming to us, but sounds is not really disturbing our meditation. It's our thoughts about the sound that disturb our meditation. So whenever you sit for meditation, you hear a lot of sounds, and you want to understand. You want to understand what are those sounds, and then you think about it. So what we really want to do, as soon as you hear a sound, a horn or whatever, before your mind start to create any story or try to even interpret that sound, and very quickly in your mind you can say sounds, and then your mind will not try to interpret it and try not blame the driver who's driving the car. So we will not go to that level, because your mind has some task to do, which is like acknowledging it, saying sounds. You can stop thinking about it. Yes. Okay, so
We can go to the end of the program. So
and I appreciate your participation today, and we really hope that you will gradually continue this practice. This is really important to like train our mind and to like help ourselves to free from worries and anxieties and troubles. That will help us to solve actual issues in our life, and also help so many people in our life.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, dear friends, let's continue this spiritual practice whenever we have a free time. So, and also, Bante, I think very soon we hope that we can meet in our
Library, hopefully. Yeah.
Any news on that? On the library?
No, we haven't heard anything from the library. Yeah. We will ask them. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You're
Welcome.
welcome.
So, to conclude, we will do a blessing chant for all of you, and really appreciate your participation. We really makes us happy that you are dedicated to this practice. Because it's going to benefit you and so many others that you encounter in your life. So, we wish that may you all be blessed with good health, particularly during this period. May you have a stronger immunity. May these blessings also go to your family members, and may they also be protected, and may they also be blessed with good health, safety, and may all of you receive these blessings. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. Sambhitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavantantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalam rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotthi bhavantu te.
Thank you very much for joining this workshop, and especially thank you, Bante, for
Welcome.
this workshop. And also, as usual, next Tuesday at 6 p.m., let's meet to practice our meditation with these experiences also. Okay, wish you good health.
Okay, see you next time, another time.